There's so many struggles that go around.
Constantly being like judged.
Being like womanizers and like getting drunk.
Drugs, drinking, pornography.
I thought of it the other day. I think we live in an age of likes. I want to be liked. If I put myself out there and it's not liked, do I need to change to become a different person that is liked?
Knowing what we're up against is really, really important because the world, if we give it too much attention, it really decides for us how we think, feel, and act.
One thing that we've hit on a lot is like the masculine men or whatever. And so it's like being big and strong and tough and not showing like emotion at all.
The sad thing that I see today is it's a lot of those struggles are happening to people at a younger age.
Heart of a Warrior for me is a place just to be yourself and like open up and not be like afraid for anyone like judging you.
Kind of like a Bible study where we just focus on growing ourselves and becoming who God called us to be and just working through kind of what society says we should be, but then what does God call us to be?
It's just a very different way than like going through a Bible study. It's just the best way to describe it is an experiential outreach to students.
Sometimes people feel like they have to prove themselves to others so that they can be accepted. They don't feel like they can be accepted on their own. You were born for a reason. You have to earn it almost. You can't just like enjoy your life.
You have to wear a mask. Like you can't be vulnerable. You can't show emotions.
Heart of a Warrior is an identity journey to see yourself as God sees you, as a beloved son, and to also be aware of the things that might take you out of being able to discover what that looks like.
How do young men overcome the struggles and challenges? I think they have to come together. They have to be together. They have to realize they're not alone. They have to realize that they have an identity.
I'd say just get a close group of people that you can like be vulnerable with, like have an inner circle almost, which this class is one of those where you can kind of go and be like, hey, I'm struggling with this. Like, we talk about it.
We've had several activities where we have to come together, we have to work together to do something. It can't just be like one person, where sometimes we'll be like climbing on a rope and we'll have to have people there to like ready to catch them, you know? And it shows like how powerful that is to have people that support you in whatever you're doing.
I don't need to do it alone. I may want to do it alone, but I can't do it alone. It's not that I don't need to, it's I can't do it alone. The disciples, how they all were together, even like when Jesus died, they all came together to grieve together, to help one another. Even when some of them were doubting or quitting, they were still together.
A beloved son trusts that God is who he says he is and that he is who God says he is, and completely believes in that.
Not being scared to be judged and like know that you're made in the image of God and that he created you and not the ways of the world.
That heart of a warrior that's inside of them. If we don't teach them that at a young age, they have to know whose they are rather than just who they are. And understanding at the end of the day, no matter what happened that day, you are a beloved son of God. We have to have our identity, our feet rooted, because if that's not the case, every day I'm going to come home realizing or thinking that I need to be somebody else.
He said to Jesus, like, this is my son who I am well pleased. And he doesn't expect us to be perfect. He knows that we mess up. He loves us and accepts us.